live at Groundwater Week, show floor. It's Thursday. We've had some great discussions. We've talked about innovating in the industry, all sorts of great points going on right now. And as we're talking about the next generation that's driving the professionalism of the water well drilling industry, we have Craig, who is the architect of DrillerDB, the visionary, but huge generational family business. Go ahead and talk about your family history and how, in drilling, how that has been.
Yeah. Well, our family's been drilling since, I think, the 1920s. We took a little break and then came back and founded Sam's Well Drilling in 1947. And we've been drilling ever since then. The family's been continuing. I think I'm the fourth generation now, maybe the fifth, if great-great-grandfather is doing
Wow.
it. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
And so, in all generations, you got grandpa and you got dad and you got uncles and you got cousins and you got siblings and family businesses. And Sam's is a big drilling company I've known for my entire professional career. And heck, I think even from National Groundwater, when I was just a kid working for my family business, you'd go, oh yeah, that's a big drilling company up in Wisconsin. But you found your path in the industry. You're not on the back of the drill.
Right.
Tell your story, post high school, because high school and being in part of the family business, you're shoveling a pit, you're digging a trench, you're building a tank tee, you have no choice.
Right.
And so then what did you do after graduation of high school?
That's a great question. I mean, I definitely started shoveling the floor, or sweeping the floors back in middle school. Probably not shoveling, but I was shoveling mud behind the rig. And we quickly learned that I was better behind the computer than behind the rig. So we found a place for me there. I mean, I want to help out. I want to be part of the industry. I just want to put my skills where I found them to good use. And I went to school for marketing in college. So after that, I was like, hey, how do I apply these skills? And so I've been working with our family of companies since then, finding ways to continue innovating and having efficiencies. But then after that, we decided, hey, we got to actually have a full system here, not just ad hoc little features. So that's kind of what led to building out DrillerDB.
And so being director of wells for Suez North America and working from many facets of this industry, at Halliburton, we had SAP, which if you knew the right information, you could get anything you wanted out of it, but you needed to almost be a rocket scientist to do it. And then I think about other systems like Sage, and then you have folks running QuickBooks, and there's not, as you just said, ad hoc, when you start thinking about all the pieces you have to pull in, and QuickBooks is not an operating system for a drilling company. It is to tell us, our numbers for the accountants, right? And so how did DrillerDB come about?
Well, at Sam's, we had an accounting system, but it certainly did not fulfill our needs for well logs, for planning out our jobs, doing proposals, invoices, all that. I mean, it could do invoicing, but the customer would be thrown around between different files, and it was bad customer experience too. So we decided to build something with, I was learning on the job really with this, but building out a system that worked for us and solved all those issues from end to end with drilling.
And so if I think about this, yes, you studied marketing. Yeah. You're good behind a computer, but drilling companies, the solution is get a bigger hammer.
Yeah.
Right? Where documentation or having the driller ego always pops out, and it's just go back to the 3-page invoice with the carbon copies in the middle of it. Yep. Somebody just scan it. Can we just be done with this?
Right.
But the reality is data's king, and that's an investment. That's not an easy. So how many years of work and thought went into this?
We've been working on this for over 7 years now. Yeah. So
7?
Yeah, we started working on it in 2018. So just internally at our company, we've been building it since then. It wasn't until 2024 that we got around and said, hey, why are we keeping this to ourselves? We got to really give this to the other drillers. We're not looking to expand SAMs nationwide. We just want to stick to our area. We want to help out the rest of the industry with the innovations.
And that's a wild thing. Some of our best R&D, some of the best things we do in the industry is with a cutting torch at the back of the shop.
Yeah.
It's the way a mud pan's been changed. It's tooling change. It's all of these things that we're good at, but then it's a trade secret.
Quiet.
Like, this is what's going to make us better than the rest. But there's a lot of private water wells out there, and to raise the bar of professionalism in our industry should be the core of everything we do.
It's pretty much our philosophy too. Why keep it to ourselves? Grow the industry, help everybody else grow. All tides lift with the boat. So it's doing what we can.
So I saw the press release. The Driller put out press release. You have a new piece to DrillerDB that is doing research for logs, geology. I'm going to throw you for a curve here,
Let's hear
but
it.
I'm an agentic AI nerd.
Okay.
So I understand this stuff, and I understand how these agents go out and scrub and stuff, but that's not easy, and it's not a cheap lift to teach agents with all of our different water well log databases and stuff. Handwritten logs.
It's not easy, is it?
Good information in, good information out, but our antiquated water well log system and permits is a dumpster fire.
Absolutely. Yep. And the reason why this system works is because it's using the same data a well driller would use when making their estimate, right? So if the data is bad, the system's going to say, hey, the data is not very good, but this is our best bet about what you're going to be drilling through. And that's the secret here, is just helping the driller out, not trying to reinvent the wheel. The agents, we're trying to use AI to the benefit of drillers, not just trying to throw things at people they don't want. Actually doing the work for them so they can focus on what they do best.
So we don't want a WebMD for a homeowner that's going, listen, I know where we're drilling to. This is as much screen as I want. Develop this out. I expect 50 gallons a minute. Let's roll. And it's like, time out.
Every single report we give always says you got to refer to the driller. If the public sees it, it's like, this is an estimate, but the driller's going to know, and the actual conditions might vary. And we kind of put this out to be a driller tool, not a homeowner tool. That is the goal here. Give the drillers what they need. The homeowners,
it's just
sick
wild.
The experts.
The homeowners, like drillers, we're resistant to change, right? We're resistant to, we'd rather go back to the filing cabinet and dig back through from 1947 to today and be like, this is why we can do what we can do.
Right.
And then you got a homeowner that's drilling is, we don't pull the curtain back. Like, it is very unknown. So then they're trying to, because the only stories we hear are the bad stories that I was told I was going to have a 300-foot well and I have an 800-foot well that's brackish, and the whole thing sucks.
We've all experienced that for sure. At SAMs, that happens all the time. It happens to every driller.
Right.
So our goal is not to make that problem worse, but to help the drillers themselves.
I love that. So you got the system, you got the logs, the estimates. What's next?
Oh, what's next? I mean, we want to really introduce ourselves to the industry. I mean, I think we're still a small name, and we want to be able to show all the work we've put into it and help other drillers understand how much it's helped us make our company more efficient and help us grow. We want everyone else to be able to grow as well. At least the ones looking to grow, right? It's a tool.
Yeah, it's wild, because if you look at the average size of a drilling company in the US right now, 4.4 employees. Still curious about this 0.4, but I've worked for, or I've worked with some 0.4s, so that's usually their overhead. No, I'm kidding. But, under $2 million, but we do have more companies expanding. You start looking at average cost of a rig on the show floor right now being, 1.2 plus now. You have to have your stuff together or you're going to be in trouble.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's why a system like this really helps. But professionalism is the name of the game, like you said. We want to grow the industry, and also the new generation's taking over. And the new generation is looking for ways to improve over the past generation, and we're trying to give those tools to the people that want them.
I love it. Well, thanks for your time today. And it's really cool. We see so many. And we just had Gunnar Nelson on. Check out that one when you get a chance as well. I told my family every Sunday at dinner that drilling would not define me and I would not be in this industry. Right?
There you are.
And so many, we hear great men and women go, no, I don't want my children in this industry, or, I want them to go be a professional in something else, but we're in dire need of legacy and new people, and it's great to see you here.
Absolutely. Blue collar is the future. That's what I firmly believe. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian.